Hey everybody, here we are back once again. Want to go over a few more things on the TAC-15 crossbow. Shooting the Firenock from Dorge, and the Arrow Vein 2 on the TAC-15 shaft. The Firenock is the world's best lighted nock. I had a little technical difficulty. Downloaded a few videos, mainly for Dorge to be able to see what's going on. Having some errors and some problems. Found out that I had put too much glue in the shaft, and when it dried, it formed a film on the battery and caused the nock not to light up. The circuit was fine. The battery was just messed up because of the chemical in the cryocyanate glue. So anyway, now that I got my fresh battery in there and everything's installed properly, the nock is working flawlessly as it should, and it was all operator error as usual. Just wanted to take a minute and show you what you're going to soon be able to purchase for yourself. As soon as Dorge has the final adjustments made, you should be able to buy these nocks. Like I said, this is a prototype, and this is not the version that will be for sale. He's perfected it that much more. Just wanted you guys to see what you're going to be seeing here shortly on the shelf. And anybody that shoots a TAC-15, this is a must-have. If you shoot your TAC-15, anybody that shoots it knows that when you're shooting at 400 feet per second, you barely can see the shaft at all. And if you're shooting a game, or if you're in an environment where there's a lot of foliage or whatnot, and there's a little bit of shade, or shadows, I mean, you just about never can see the shaft. Any of the deer that I've shot this year, you cannot even see the arrow strike the animal. All you see is the hide opening up wherever the broadhead hits. So being able to track your arrow, to me, is important, because not only you know that you got the proper hit on the animal, but you can also track the arrow, because without this, even shooting in my backyard, I've lost 2 or 3 shafts because they would glance off of the target. If I had a failure, had a failure with the fletching, caused the arrow to veer off a little bit. A couple other shafts, I put a broadhead on there that just did not fly well and missed the target, and when it did, it veered off into who knows where. If I had a lighted nock, I would have been able to track that and be able to find my arrow. And when you're paying $90 for 6 of these arrows, you want to be able to hold on to every one of them. So far I've lost 3 doing that, but no more, because now I have the Firenock lighted nock on here. So anyway, the new TAC-15 lighted nock, it's a D style lighted nock by Firenock, and all that information is on the website firenock.com, so you need to go on there and check it out. Let me shoot this thing real quick and just show you what it's going to look like. It's pretty simple. We're on safe. We're going to crank this thing back in safe direction. Alright, you're shooting at that trophy buck. Prepare to be amazed with the downrange laser that these Firenocks put off. The brightness is incredible. He did it in red, which I'm very pleased, because red is easily seen, and I find that when I'm shooting it outside and it gets a little bit of light, low light, you can really track these arrows very well. Now tell me that's not bright. But there you go. Firenock, the world's best lighted nock, along with a lot of other accessories. So don't forget the Arrow Vein 2. These particular shafts, I can shoot them downrange. I've been shooting the NAP Spitfire Maxes and regular Spitfires. Absolutely nock for nock, 40 to 50 yards. I mean, just absolutely cannot shoot at the same spot. And the Arrow Vein 2 is absolutely amazing at how it'll keep an arrow tracking so perfectly. I had a string failure on earlier, on this tack where I changed the string and the cables, and there was a alignment problem. One of the cams had a little bit too much lean in it. Shot it at 40 yards. The string came off the cam at the very end of the shot. The arrow with the arrow vane 2 still hit the target only 3 inches to the left, and I attribute that to the recovering ability of that of the arrow vane 2. It was spinning that shaft and corrected the problem, and still had only a 3 inches to the left of where it should have been. So those nocks, I mean those vanes are absolutely amazing. And at first I wasn't going to shoot them this year, but I fletched up a few and said I got to give these things a test. I went out there and my jaw was on the floor because these things are absolutely incredible. When you shoot them, I mean, they spin that shaft so fast, it's just you cannot even see it, and they fly so true that it's just hard not to use them. And with the new arrow vane jig coming out, you should be able to see that after the ATA show. You're going to want to get one because it's really going to help you fletch a shaft absolutely perfect, and it's going to make the arrow vane 2 the only vane you want to put on your shaft. Because I mean, when you're shooting high speeds, anything once you reach that threshold, 300 or whatever it is feet per second fast, once you do that and get that speed in there and cause that arrow vane to do what it's designed to do, absolutely will revolutionize. And I don't know if I told you, and you might not be able to see it on the video, but there's only 2 vanes on this shaft. You don't use 3, which is extremely nice for the tack. So check it out. I think you're going to like this Firenock by Dorge. He's a top-notch guy and really innovative. So go get you a pack today.